Hey, what's going on, family? This your boy Ray J coming at you, doing another lesson. Just got done doing the lesson on increasing speed and clarity, so I just thought I'd do another theory-driven or theory-focused bass lesson. And this lesson is going to be about the minor scale, different things you could do towards playing against, well, to be more specific, the minor pentatonic scale. And I want to say, if y'all don't know y'all scales or whatnot, or you don't know the notes and you want to learn the notes and how many other scales, you go to this website. It's called allguitarchords.com. That's all-guitar-chords.com. And it's like your one-stop shop for like all the scales you could think of, all the scales and different patterns, and it has all the notes or whatnot. That's where I learned my scale. It has, like I said before in the lesson, it has the neck or the chords that is on the guitar. And the guitar there's nothing different, because if you have a 4-string, your notes or your strings is just the same as the guitar. The first 4 is just the last 2, which is the B and the octave E on the guitar. You don't have to worry about, but the first 4 strings or whatnot are identical. So you go to that website again. It's all hyphen or minus sign guitar minus sign chords.com, and check all those chords out. It has like every scale you could think of or whatnot, and that will really, help you take your scale playing to the next level and everything. It has a lot of other stuff too. It has theory, technical terms as it pertains to theory and everything. So definitely check that out, because it would take you to another level. It would add that wisdom about it, so that you know what you're playing and everything. So I'm gonna just do a quick lesson on playing around the minor pentatonic scale. And it's minor because it sounds sad or whatnot, and it has flats in it or whatnot. So yeah, it has flats. If a minor is known by its flat sound, it'd be like a flat minor third, or it's the same thing as a flat third, minor fifth, flat fifth, and all that other stuff. So, and a pentatonic, because it's a 5-note scale. It's 5 different notes in the whole scale. So we're going to be in G, and the notes to the G minor pentatonic scale are G, B flat, C, D, F, G, octave G. Alright, so that's 5 notes, 5 different notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th note is the octave or whatnot. So I already prayed from the last lesson, so it's going to carry me through the night. So different ideas, because most licks have a minor fill or whatnot. Even if you're playing in a major key, the licks feature like probably some version of a minor fill or whatnot. So the best way I could say that to get you playing around with the minor scale, to learn like different licks or phrases or riffs that you could do, is, let's say, just go up and down the minor scale like note for note, because you will start to hear stuff and you start to get just get wet behind the ears playing in a minor scale. So you just go up and down. Alright, so that really, you may say that don't really sound like a lick. However, if you break it up, it turns into a lick. Alright, so let's say we just going to break it up. Alright, so just going up and down, hitting every note, we just going to break it up. So it could go like this. Alright, and you see that's the same. That's all the notes of the minor pentatonic, all the notes in order. I just broke it up. and you could do the same going back up too. So alright, well, let's do it down here, because alright, so, and again, that's all the notes just going up and down, just every hit and every note. And another way that you can start to, you know, increase on that is, let's say you want to start on a different note but end on the G, which would be the root. What I can say you try or play around with, whatever note you start on, hit every note in the minor pentatonic scale until you get to that note's octave. And then once you get to the octave, hit the G or hit the root note. So let's say we want to start a lick in B flat, which is the minor third of G, while we're in G. So you just hit every note that's in the G minor pentatonic scale until you get to the octave B flat, and when you get to the octave B flat, you just hit the G. Alright, so we'll go like this. Alright, and I will also say, like with minor pentatonic licks, you know, try to use hammer-ons, because they sound a lot better. Like hammer-ons and slides, you know, as gives it that flavor, you know, like that guitar flavor. Alright, so you could just like practice the hammer-ons, the sliding, and the pull-offs as well. But the lick was, I start in B flat, I'm going to hit every note till the octave B flat, then I'm going to end on a G. So we'll go like this. Alright, I started on the B flat, got to the octave B flat, and I ended on the G. Alright, and you could do that going forward as well as backwards. And backwards would sound like this. Alright, and you could do the same thing for every note in the G minor pentatonic scale. So if you wanted to do F, so alright, and like again, that's the same exact pattern. You start on the non-root note, go to the non-root note octave, and then end on the root note, which is G, or whatever key you play in, that you be playing in or whatnot. It's good for any key because the pattern is the same, the progression is the same or whatnot. It's just different notes. So if you wanted to do it in C, you could do it in C as well. Well, not the key of C, but on the C note in the G minor pentatonic. So it would be alright. Same thing you could do for the D as well. Alright, and you could do it on the G as well. So you get the picture with that. So play around with that, and you will start hearing things and coming up with your own flavorful licks and everything. And another thing you can do to like add to your lick repertoire, whereby you making up your own licks or anything that sounds good. Well, I give you, before I say that, I just give you like the number one lick you hear everywhere, and it is real simple. All it is you hear some version of that. All it is, and all that is the minor third, which is in G, the B flat, the 4, which is C minor third again, this. So and you can practice on doing whatever you want, but trying to making sure you end on something like that. So and it just gives you, you know, it just opens the door for, you know, more licks or whatnot. And this is just like, I guess you would say beginner or whatnot, just giving you the foundation where you can start making your own licks and hearing things your own self or whatnot, because you want your playing to be known as you're playing and everything. We're influenced by many, but you want something to be distinctive about your playing and everything. So I gave you the foundation, and now you could just add to it and everything. And let me see, since we're talking theory now, because we're in the G minor pentatonic scale, or we're playing a G minor scale, every minor note has its relative major key, or every minor key has its relative major key. And all relative mean is that they're related, that the notes are the same. So since we're in the key of G, I don't want to lose y'all, so I'll make sure I'm going to explain this as good as I can. Since we're in the key of G and we're playing a G minor pentatonic, G is the minor, or the relative minor, of the key of B flat. Alright? So if we was in G, if we was thinking the relationship of G and B flat as it pertains to the G minor pentatonic scale, it would be, B flat would be the minor third in the key of G minor pentatonic. But if we was playing in the key of B flat, G would be its sixth. So that's the relationship. It's always either 6 minor third or 1 and 6. But no matter how you put it, it's relative because the notes are the same. So hopefully that was clear. So like I said, G minor pentatonic is the same exact scale as the B flat major pentatonic. Alright, minor and major, there's relation when we talk about its relative minor or whatnot. And you can check sites so that you just say relative minor notes or whatnot, and that would give you the full breakdown if I'm not clear on that. So if we're playing the G minor pentatonic scale, it is the same scale as the B flat major pentatonic. Alright? And the B flat major pentatonic, starting at B flat, would be B flat, C, D, F, G, B flat. Alright? So, but those are the exact same notes as the G minor pentatonic scale. The only difference is you just starting on a different note. But even if you wanted to play the B flat major pentatonic starting at the G, it will always be the same notes. Or if you wanted to play any major pentatonic scale starting on its relative minor note, it will always be the same. Alright, so and that's the same exact, the G minor pentatonic scale is the same exact scale as the B flat major pentatonic. Like I said, if it's not making sense, go on to allguitarchords.com, just look at the two scales and you will see that the progression is different. It will have different progression numbers because it's being treated as its own key, but the notes are the same. And if the notes are the same, that means the scale is the same. Notes make scales. Scales are a mixture of notes. If the notes are the same, then the scale is the same. And as you will find out, as you know, if you don't know already, but a lot of scales, there are many scales, but some of the scales have the exact same notes. They're just called two different things. Like the major scale, another name for the major scale is the Ionian scale or whatnot, or the harmonic minor is the exact same thing as the melodic minor. It's different names for the scales, but a lot of the different names refer to the same exact scale. So how you can add to that is, since you know that if I'm doing a G minor run, if I play its relative major scale, major pentatonic notes, I would still be in scale. It's just you starting on some other place. Just like I said, if you start in the B flat and you go to the octave B flat and end on G, exact same thing. So it'll be, I started how I would play the B flat major pentatonic, and when I got to the octave I just went to the G. So alright, and so practice with that. You know, like I said, if I didn't make sense, just leave a comment like, can you explain it, and I try to put it in written form, or just let you go to a website where you know you can understand it. But you know, if you understand that relationship between a major key and its relative minor scale, which are the exact same thing, it just broadens your horizon on like different ideas you can come up with, because you don't always have to start a lick and it's in the root note, on the root note and everything. And knowing that if you're playing a minor pentatonic or you playing in a minor key, it has a relative key with the exact same notes, and you could play a lot of stuff starting on that relative minor's key if you're in a major key. And if you're in a minor key, if you play in the relative major's key, you're still in key or whatnot. So I just said a lot, so hopefully, you know, I didn't confuse anybody. If I did, just let me know. And that's the lesson, you know, just play around with the scales or whatnot, and just continue to subscribe, comment, and like. For real, y'all, like seriously. If you don't want to comment, is okay. Just like the page, because you know I'm trying to really get these lessons out there and everything. So this could be the one-stop shop. So can y'all help me out, please? All right, I appreciate it, and God bless.